Hi, Gary Bernier from the Business Growth Guys here, and it's great to see your interest in internet advertising marketing. So, this little presentation is about how we believe the internet dream is still alive and well. And what we mean by that is there's still lots of opportunities for businesses to make sales and to improve their lead generation from the internet and from the web. So, this whole presentation is about making your web dream a reality, how you can turn your website into a lead generating machine for your business. The first thing you need is a solid foundation, and everybody wants to skip over the foundation and get right to the good stuff. But the more time I spend in marketing, the more I realize that having this solid foundation is critical to the success. This is kind of like walking into a martial arts studio and saying, oh, I want to take on the best guy in the gym, and skip over all the training and the steps in between. So you'd never do that, but people do it all the time with their marketing, and maybe it's because they don't understand the components of a solid foundation. You need to define in detail your ideal prospect. And this is the person that would be looking around the web for your services. Is it a man? Is it a woman? How old are they? What problem do they have? What question is in their mind that they're seeking the answer to? When they get to you, what makes you different? So if you're a service provider, how do I know how your service works? How do I know what I'm going to get? How do I know how my experience is going to go down? This is what we call your unique process. And most people keep their unique process hidden. They have one, but it's a big secret that only comes out in a face-to-face conversation. Well, your sales conversation needs to begin on the web, right? And everybody has an origin story. This is, where did you start? How did you end up in business? Why are you doing it the way you're doing it? How did you arrive at your unique process? This is killer content. This is what people are interested in. People buy from people. So they need to know about you. They need to know about your business. And you need to put these things together. These are some of the key foundational elements that you need to have in order to do any marketing on the web. Why? Because we believe in magnets. And as you know, magnets attract. So the whole idea of marketing on the web is to turn a visitor, somebody visiting your site, into a lead or a prospect. So they go from suspect to prospect. Well, how are you going to do that? You have to create an attractive answer to your ideal prospect's burning question. So again, you have to know who they are. You have to know what they're seeking. You have to know what they want to know about your product or service. And you've got to wrap that up in an attractive offer. Then you need to create a landing page / squeeze page. There's some other YouTube videos that we put together about what a squeeze page is. You should take a look at that. And that squeeze page is going to promote just a single offer. That's that offer you've developed up above. And you would promote that offer with some Google ads, Bing ads, Facebook ads. And you'll need a system for capturing that lead. And then you'll want to measure conversion. So your funnel would look like this. A visitor comes along, hits your landing page or squeeze page, sees your offer, and decides to sign up. They give you their email address. You end up with a new lead. And to percolate and grow and evolve this prospect, this new prospect, into a full-fledged lead, you would put together an email follow-up series. Because the next day, they're not going to remember that they visited your site. You need to keep reminding them with a series of follow-up emails exactly what you do, who you are, and why they should do business with you. Now, again, these don't want to be too salesy because, again, we run away from sales messages. So this could be more parts of your origin story. This could be stories of how customers have been successful with your products or services. These could be more answers to deeper questions that prospects typically ask during the buying phase. You need to generate some traffic to get those visitors. You can do that with search engine optimization. It's a good strategy, but a slow strategy. You can turn on Google ads. Just be careful. Google will drain your wallet faster than you can imagine if you haven't got it set up right and you're not paying attention to it in the beginning. Facebook could be another great way to generate leads if your product and service fits into a group of people that get together. And you could do content marketing, which is have a blog site, which is really SEO, and attract people that way. All the time you're trying to point them to your squeeze page or landing page that's going to request the email address and trade the magnet for that email address. Then, as I mentioned, you want to do phase 3, which is lead development, which is cultivate those people, grow those prospects, turn them into customers. Why don't people buy with people over the web? Well, they don't trust you. You've done nothing. You're just a website. They don't know you. Unless you're selling the same widget that somebody else is selling and you've got a better price, there is no reason for anybody to buy directly off the web. So you need to develop that relationship. You need to create a relationship, online, offline, phone call, follow-up series, and you need to stay top of mind. You need to increase your share of voice with that prospect in order to convert them into a customer. Once you know that your program is working, you can then enter into phase 4, which we call ramp up, turn up the dials, where you can expand your promotion because now you know your numbers. One of the key things that you can develop through here is the essential metrics, and we'll put together a separate video on the essential metrics of measuring your marketing. And once you expand your promotion, then you can also get into deeper testing. And we've written some articles and again published some videos around split testing and testing variations. Again, because what you want is the highest possible conversion. You want the highest possible conversion out of your advertising. You want the highest possible conversion out of your squeeze page. And then you want the highest possible conversion of a prospect into a customer. And you need to measure each one of those steps. And you need to know what your cost of acquisition is and your total time to convert. So there's a number of things that you need to measure. But once you've got measurements in place, you can turn the dials and know what's happening. Are you moving in a positive direction or a negative direction? So that's how you can realize your internet dream. Get your foundation right. Think about who you're speaking to. Get into their mind. Get into that, what we like to refer to as the frame of mind of your prospect. Early prospect. What's their big burning questions? Document your unique experience so that your customer can see it when they're on their website. They know how the experience is going to go down. Build your highly attractive offers for your ideal prospects and promote these highly attractive offers. And yes, this is one of the things that we do at Business Growth Guys is we take our customers through this process and help them put all this together on the web to get those leads to grow their business. Thank you for listening.